Ayodhya Prasad and Raghuveer, the sons of my elder and younger brother respectively, and who have been installed by me as Acharya, shall never preach to females except those who are their nearest relatives. They shall never touch nor speak with them. They shall not be cruel to any living being, nor shall they accept deposits from anyone. They shall never stand as surety for any person in social dealings and in times of distress. Shall, if need be, maintain themselves on alms, but shall never incur debt. They shall not sell food grains received by them from their followers, but old food grains may be exchanged with new ones, for such an exchange is not considered as sale. They shall perform worship, that is puja, of Sri Ganpati and Hanuman on the 4th day of the bright half of the month of Bhadrapad, and on the 14th day of the dark half of the month of Ashwin, respectively. They are installed as Acharyas. Ayodhya Prasad ji at Ahmedabad and Raghuveer ji at Vadtal, for guiding and directing all the followers in their respective dharmas. They, therefore, shall initiate into discipleship all male aspirants. They shall see that all followers act in conformity with their respective dharmas, and shall employ them in a way just befitting their merits, shall treat all saintly persons with respect, and shall study the Sat Shastras with reverence. They shall perform with proper rites and ceremonies the worship of Sri Lakshmi Narayan and other icons of Lord Sri Krishna, installed by me in big temples. They shall courteously give food grains and alms to a person who has come to seek food to the temple of Lord Sri Krishna, according to their means. They shall establish an institution with a learned Brahmin as a teacher, and through it shall propagate Sadvidya, that is, right knowledge, on earth. For the promotion of such learning in this world is indeed a highly meritorious act. The wives of these Acharyas, with the concurrence of their husbands, shall initiate and give mantra of Lord Sri Krishna to females only, but never to any male. They shall never touch, nor speak with, nor show their faces to any males who are not their nearest relatives. My male followers, who are householders, shall not touch widows who are not their nearest relatives. They shall never stay alone in a lonely place, even with their young mother, sister, or daughter, except in emergencies, and shall never give away in alms their wives to anybody. They shall never keep close relation with a woman who has any kind of relation with a king. Whenever a guest comes to their house, they shall treat him courteously with food, according to their means, and shall perform all rites and ceremonies pertaining to the deities and pitris, that is, ancestors, according to their means. All my followers during their lifetime shall serve their parents, guru, and an ailing person according to their ability. They shall follow a vocation just befitting their varna and ashram. Those who follow agriculture for maintenance shall not castrate their bulls. They shall make provision for food grains and money, according to their requirements and according to the time and their capacity, and those who own cattle shall also store up sufficient fodder according to their means. Cows and other cattle shall be maintained only if they can take their care properly with fodder and water, but not otherwise. They shall never enter into any transaction regarding land or money, even with their sons and friends, without putting it in writing with proper attestation. They shall make transactions regarding money to be paid in connection with marriage of themselves or of others in writing with proper attestation, but shall never do it orally. Expenses shall always be in proportion to the income, but shall never exceed it. All shall clearly understand that those who spend more than what they earn shall verily land themselves in great miseries. Recollecting their income and expenses incurred during routine or special transactions, they themselves shall write clearly an account thereof daily. They shall offer to Lord Sri Krishna 1/10 part of food grains or money derived as income from their vocation. But those who are financially weak shall offer 1/20th part instead. They shall perform ceremonial observance of all vratas, such as Ekadashi and others, according to their means as laid down in the Shastras, for such observance yields desired results. They themselves, or through someone else, shall perform or get performed with love the worship of Sri Mahadev with leaves of Bilva tree in the month of Shravan. They shall never borrow money from their acharyas or from the temple of Lord Sri Krishna, and shall never bring utensils, ornaments, garments, and such other articles for use on social occasions from them. Whenever they go for darshan of Lord Shri Krishna, their Guru or Sadhu, they shall not partake on their way or at their place food belonging to others, for partaking such food deprives them of religious merit. Therefore, on such occasion, they shall partake their own food. They shall pay in full whatever remuneration, either in cash or in food grains, or both, as promised to persons employed for the work, but shall never give less. They shall never conceal an act of repayment of debt, family lineage, matrimony of their daughters, and shall never deal with wicked persons. When loss of prestige or estate or life is threatened in a place where they reside, either due to very bad times like famines, or by enemies, or by a king, my followers, who are wise and discreet, shall immediately leave that place, even if it be their native place or a place received as a gift or giras, and shall migrate to a place where such calamities do not exist or are not likely to arise, and live there in peace and happiness. Those who are rich shall perform non-violent sacrifices like Vishnu Yag, and shall feed Brahmins and Sadhus in places of pilgrimage, and on auspicious days like the 12th day of each half of a month, and such other days. They shall also celebrate big festivals in temples of Lord Shri Krishna, and shall give various kinds of alms to deserving Brahmins. The rulers who are my followers shall treat their subjects as their own children, according to Dharma Shastras, and shall establish a rule of Dharma on earth.